The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the Sun Bowl, home field for the UTEP Miners. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Red Raiders will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UTEP's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out.
There he goes! Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Going for the big play, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, UTEP. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Pulls it in. It's strong. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Red Raiders are on the move. He'll do it himself. Runs through the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Oh, better look out! Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the Miners come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Looking to fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. The Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Punt is on its way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now this offense is back on the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Flood. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 7 over Kentucky. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Miners headed quickly to the line.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. The Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Miners have it with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Going for 6. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's good. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miners.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it out. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They believe they can run right here. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Pulls it and fires to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the 1st down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Miners will hustle to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Miners getting set on 1st and 10.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Miners are moving quickly down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. And the Miners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback may change this route. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Let's see what he can do with it. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Miners racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got a man. It's Lindsey. He breaks a tackle. And runs through another one. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 8 over Kentucky. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Going downfield for the big play. Got it in stride at the 15. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Bringing the heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UTEP.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll run it from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Dropping back, it's Flood. Gonna try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at one of the most picturesque settings in the game, Sun Bowl Stadium.
The Miners will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lindsey. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Red Raiders are on the move.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Red Raiders are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Leaves it with the running back. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Here's an open space downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Miners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Now facing a third and long. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle and prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The Miners line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Leaves it with the back.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Flood. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's strong. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Brings up second down.
Looking to fire. It's on target and complete. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Wants to throw on first down. On target. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over Toledo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. High the chains now on second and long. Caught behind the line. It's Marshall.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Snap from the gun on third down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Miners decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Fires to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw. It's Flood. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team.
Let's make some noise.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Under fire. Snags it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Swings it out to the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Miners want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To throw, it's Flood. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. They're dealing with a second and long. Fly sweep coming. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got...
There he goes! And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Flood. Fires to the right. Found a seam. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Wants to adjust the pattern. Got it behind the line. It's Savage. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Find some fresh air. Sweet spin. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
35. UTEP 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. And the Miners want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback adapted. Did the work himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Miners will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Miners have taken it inside the 20. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Here's a heat. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Miners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Miners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Dropping back, it's Flood. Throws to the back. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll try the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Wide receiver going in motion. They give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Texas Tech, 42. UTEP, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Hauls it in. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Miners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. So now it's second and long.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Wants to go up top. Quickly complete.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
It's a seam wide open. Inside the, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UTEP.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.